Let's start with a little good news tonight, and it concerns the ongoing fight against COVID-19. Infections and hospitalizations are on the decline in West Texas, in a big way too, I should add. At the moment, Medical Center Hospital has just 5 people in the hospital being treated for the virus. Midland Memorial, less than that. Just 3 COVID patients tonight, down even from the 15 that we reported this time last week. Now, it seems like a far cry from where we were earlier this year, and I'll tell you, even at the end of last summer too. Remember that, man, around 300 cases both of those times. But are we finally sensing some optimism in the future? Can we see that light at the end of the tunnel? News West 9's Francisco Soto spoke to a local doctor about the declining cases and what the future could hold for us. Francisco.
Yeah, Tatum, Dr. Sarah Vannon, Chief Medical Officer at ORMC, tells me hospitalizations are a good indicator about where we stand in the community. That is because it shows where our health resources stand. 2 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, and there's some good news in the fight against the virus.
I mean, locally, we've been labeled as a low-risk community now for several years. We've seen the hospitalization rate go down. And now it's at 1 or 2 people in the hospital at each of our hospitals. Just the stragglers, if you will, the long-term COVID patients that are still recovering from their injury to the lungs.
But as our area COVID census reflects the good, it is important to stay vigilant.
We live in a very global society nowadays. We can get on a plane and get to the other side of the world in less than a day. So can COVID. And that's why we need to be very careful, is that when we see surges in other parts of the world, it is possible that those cases could come over to the U.S., which is why we monitor so closely.
Even though the situation is different compared to 2 years ago, there's still many unanswered questions.
I'm happy now that we are at a low point, but I'm uncertain of whether or not new variants will show up. I'm uncertain of whether or not those variants will cause surges, and I'm uncertain whether they'll continue to remain in our community or our world for the future, long term. I'm uncertain whether we need more boosters.
Overall, the message continues to be clear.
Is 2 things. One is be prepared for the future if it is to come up. So if you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated, because that's something that will definitely protect you from severe disease. And second, stay informed. So keep up with what's going on in other places, because what's going on in other places will affect you eventually.
And again, our local doctors continue to encourage people to get vaccinated with either their first 2 doses of the vaccine or the booster or 3rd COVID vaccine shot. Tatum.